Now this one had ambition, that's for sure. Dogma was released in 1999, directed by Kevin Smith, starring Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Linda Fiorentino, Jason Mewes, Kevin Smith, Chris Rock, Jason Lee, and Alan Rickman. And this one is very hard to come by these days. I don't know the whole legality of the situation, but Kevin Smith apparently does not own the distribution rights to this film. So it's a very rare find, and if you do find it, it's very expensive most of the time. But either way, here is my thoughts on Dogma. And starting off with the good, there's a lot that I really love in this movie. First of all, Linda Fiorentino is the main girl in this movie. She does an absolutely terrific job. I really like the hero's journey, sort of, that she goes on throughout this movie. And it's about time that Kevin Smith actually made the female character the main lead and not just a co-lead like he did with Joey Lauren Adams in Chasing Amy. She was actually the main focus of this story, and I really liked her in this role. Then you have Ben Affleck as basically the main villain of this movie. I really liked him. He's really he plays a fallen angel who's trying to get back into heaven, but going about it in very questionable ways. I really like his villainous role in this movie. Then you have Matt Damon as the other fallen angel, Loki. Not Loki from the MCU, it's not Tom Hiddleston Loki, but he does a really good job as well. Throughout the movie, you actually think that he's gonna be the main villain, but it turns out to be Ben Affleck at the end, and I just really like that plot twist. I really like the way that the two characters play off of each other. It's really funny in a lot of scenes, mainly because just Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have this natural chemistry with each other, because they're probably one of the best on-screen duos in film history. Then you have Jason Lee as the third villain of this movie, Azrael, who is a demon trying to bring about the end of the world throughout this movie, and I thought he did a fantastic job as well. Jason Lee is a great actor, as I've said in my review for Mallrats and Chasing Amy. I just really like Jason Lee. He does a great job in everything, and I really like how evil his character is in this movie. Chris Rock is in this movie, and no, Will Smith was not around to slap him in this movie as well. But I really liked Chris Rock in this movie. He's funny, like Chris Rock is always funny. I love Chris Rock. I just love how he plays this forgotten disciple of Christ. It's absolutely hilarious. And his chemistry with Linda Fiorentino is really, really good as well. And the final of the angel/demon characters in this movie is Alan Rickman as Metatron, the voice of God, and I thought Alan Rickman was absolutely terrific in this movie. This is probably my favorite Alan Rickman performance, even better than Snape in the Harry Potter movies. It was just really interesting to see Alan Rickman in a non-villainous role, because I'm used to him playing a villain-type character, and seeing him as a benevolent angel, actually helping the good guys and not being a double agent of somebody. Really fun seeing that, because again, I'm used to him playing the villain or the double agent role. So yeah, loved Alan Rickman in this movie. And of course, as always with a View Askewniverse film, Jay and Silent Bob are in this movie, and they are main characters again. After they were mainly just featured in Clerks and had a bit more of a role in Mallrats and only had a cameo in Chasing Amy, they are fully fledged into this story. They show up about 30 minutes in, and they're in it throughout, and I really love the way that these characters are portrayed in this movie. Jason Mewes obviously is absolutely hilarious as Jay, with his incoherent babbling, always saying something but not actually saying something, and then Kevin Smith just sitting there listening to him as Silent Bob, only speaking once throughout the movie, and probably one of the funniest moments where Silent Bob speaks. I really enjoyed their performances in this movie. And aside from the characters, I really love the story in this. I know that Kevin Smith was raised in a Catholic household, And this movie was basically just him saying goodbye to those religious beliefs. And it's done in a way where it doesn't seem pretentious in Kevin Smith saying, I no longer believe in this. It's Kevin Smith saying, I respect these beliefs, I just simply don't hold them anymore. So it's not pretentious like South Park or Family Guy going, hey, look at me, I'm so funny and smart for not being a Christian. Yeah, Kevin Smith did it in a very classy and tasteful way where I'm not even going to talk about South Park, Family Guy, Bill Maher, whatever. But I really love how Kevin Smith puts across his personal beliefs in this movie, as opposed to a lot of comedians in comedy these days that just want to be pretentious about it. Either way, the story's great. I really love the journey that Linda Fiorentino goes on, along with the journey that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are on to gain immortality and go back to heaven. And the character development for basically everybody in this movie is actually really, really good. This is probably the smartest comedy Kevin Smith has made. I'm not saying his comedies are dumb by any means. I'm just saying this is probably the smartest movie he has made in the symbolism and the messaging within this movie. Chasing Amy was his most mature. This one's his smartest, and it really shows. I really love the soundtrack and the score and all the world building for the View Askewniverse. It's also there, and it's just a lot of fun seeing everything get built up into this shared universe, all held together by Jay and Silent Bob, existing within every movie. And that's about all for the good. On to the bad, and yeah, I have nothing. This is just amazing. So, final thoughts. I really love Dogma. It's easily one of Kevin Smith's best movies inside the View Askewniverse and outside the View Askewniverse. It's just a very intelligent, smart comedy based around religion and saying goodbye to those beliefs when somebody decides to move on from them. And as a person who does believe in God, I thought it was done very tastefully. So Dogma, very funny, very smart, a lot of great performances, great humor, and I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. So that was my thoughts on Dogma. What did you think about this movie? Let me know down in the comments. I know this is a very hard movie to find, but if you have some extra money and you are able to find a DVD or Blu-ray copy on eBay, highly recommend checking this one out. Either way, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.